Hello Scorpio, welcome to your tarot reading for September 2020. It's me, Barbara James at Tarot Insight. Lovely to have you with me. So thank you for joining me. We've got 3 rune stones to start off with, and then we're going to pick up other messages from the tarot. I'll do a 10 card reading, and then we've got clarifying energies from oracle cards and major arcanas, crystal, and my oldest deck there, the Morgan Greer. So let's jump in. Impressively enough, I chose these rune stones from the bag without looking, and you've got your own rune stone here. This is symbolic of the death card. It's number 13 in the tarot and in the rune. So this is your card, Scorpio. Nice to see you on board. This is known as the Iwas rune stone. It's all about change, and it's representing regeneration. The Iwas is represented as the yew tree, so it's symbolic of both death and regeneration together. It's encouraging you with this rune to not resist changes that are underway, instead to go with the flow and be flexible. You might not be able to see it now, but you're currently dealing with something that's paving the way for a new and improved situation, so a major change that's going to be beneficial for you. And it's about protection, so you're protected at this time, Scorpio, and you're going to overcome obstacles. And you definitely are really supported because you've got the Sun rune stone here as well, which is gorgeous. Obviously in the tarot this would be the best card. So the Sun, it'd be interesting to see if either of these come out or any of these. The Sun card is known as Sowilo, and it's the rune of the sun and the life-sustaining light it provides. Okay, while Kenaz represents the light of the torch fire guiding us through the night, Sowilo represents the light of day in which all is illuminated. So there'll be some truth and transformation, I feel here. So there's no darkness to obscure our vision. It's the rune of light's victory over the dark, and it can bring much needed clarity and healing in a situation. It's known also as the a joy in the hope of seafarers, keeping sailors' spirits up as they move across the water towards a safe landing. So it's it's all about good health, warmth and light, and success is yours at this time. So there's beneficial energies around you. Like with the Sun card, everything is creative in energy. You've got talents and you've got the strength to pursue those talents, okay, knowing that you've got great power at your disposal. So really nice rune stone there, fantastic. And then the final rune stone you've got here is known as the Iwas, and for me this is like the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot put together. It's symbolic, the image on there, of the shape. It's like an M of a horse, and it's revered as a sacred animal in some cultures. The rune represents the qualities of faith and loyalty and trust. They're all necessary to have successful relationships with others, okay? It's about us also changing direction swiftly. So like we see with the death rune there, and the sun highlighting and illuminating things, there's going to be swift change coming in. You could be starting a new job, moving house, or, a new relationship even. It's different for everyone. But it is a positive change, even if it seems daunting at first, okay? So really nice. So that's your 3 rune stones that have come out for you today. So let's look at the tarot deck and see what messages we can pick up for you. So messages for Scorpio, please. Source energy. So you're ruled by Mars, which is all about power, physical energy and strength. It takes its name, Mars, from the god of war. So it's associated with power, masculinity and personal drive. It's about your fighting instinct and your animal side of your nature. On a less aggressive level, this would be described as your never say die attitude. When people have got Mars strong in their chart, they're able to meet challenges bravely. Okay, you probably don't find the things that you do that are brave to you. It just feels normal, you're very courageous with strong Mars in your energy. At the highest level, you'll be prepared perhaps literally to die for your cause. Even if you're not willing to go that far, you'll at least be able to defend your beliefs and opinions to protect what's yours. Obviously not literally die, just, part of your, you'll be able to give over as much of yourself as you can possibly give, to the extreme. Maybe if you've got a sport that you're involved in, you really give it everything to, you want to win and be successful. So it's really nice. Okay, let's see what we've got here for you. You're one of the fixed signs as well, Scorpio. So you're, you dig in and hang around long enough to see the rewards of your labours. And I do think people underestimate Scorpions. Often they don't. I thought one flipped them, but they didn't. Yeah, if you see a scorpion in the corner of the room, you might think it's nothing that, it's not all that significant. But actually, as they say, if you find one in your bed, you'll know all about it. Okay, there we are. Okay, we're going to start then. We've got the King of Swords. Okay, we've got another one flipping there. I'm going to let them flip today, I think. It depends how it feels. But yeah, King of Swords and the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles. We will go through each of the cards, so I just want to let them jump from the deck for you. Okay, it's way too many. It was the Wheel of Fortune, which is about change as well, that one. Okay, all lovely. Queen of Swords. I always see the Queen of Swords. Oh, and you've got the Tower card, which is very much like the change we're seeing in the runes. Queen of Swords, to me, always feels like your energy. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, she does. Because you're I think you're very good observers of human nature, and often they say with Scorpions, you will try to get under or into the emotions of other people to try and work them out, and then with the intention to help them, live more effectively. I think some people say about some Scorpions. So you like to kind of analyze others and watch them. I know the Scorpions that I know are a bit like that. They're very, they can have quite a cool exterior expression on their faces, but actually there's a lot going on underneath, and they perceive and sense so much about you. But tough old Scorpions, very tough outer shell. They have great long sort of survival instincts. You can withstand a lot more than other, maybe more flaky signs. You're not flaky. You're the opposite to flaky. Okay, we've got two here. We've got the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. So one more card for Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, that's too many again. So I'm just going to let one fall out, please, for Scorpio. Thank you. Bottom of the deck is a Chariot. That was one of the Runestones energies, I'm sure. And the Nine of Swords, which is coming out a lot. I just did that one, came out as well for some reason. Right, let's keep going so we don't run out of time. You've got the King of Swords and the High Priestess. So the King of Swords is somebody who's got a master plan. He's in charge, he's got a strategy, he's got plans, and he knows where he's going. Very clear thinking, not emotional. It does feel, because you've got in the base of the spread, you've got the Three of Pentacles, so it does feel like you've got you're in charge in your work situation. With the High Priestess, some things are unfolding. There might not be it's like you're elevated to a higher level, and you're being what's that word, privileged to information maybe that other people don't have. You could have, I feel like you've got life experience and wisdom that helps you to understand the situation that you're in, Scorpio. I mean, Scorpions are very intuitive anyway. You're one of the water signs. I do feel like you can analyze other people very well. So you pick up on vibration. So there's water energy there. You've got the cat there. It's quite mystical. So you use your intuition through your work, I feel, and it helps you to analyze others, and you've got a direction because through this, which gives you confidence, and there is collaboration with other people here. It's an in tune energy. You can see very far in where you are, so I think you've got long-term plans in place that other people are happy to follow and go with you on. Very successful energy. What you already know about yourself is, the Queen of Swords. I mean, it could be that there's a Queen of Swords around you. She's someone who's very quick-witted, intelligent, smart. She's been hurt in the past, so she doesn't suffer falls easily. I always feel with this is like frozen emotions on this tidal wave here. So her face is quite harsh. She's not really showing much warmth there, is she? She's quite steely faced. But she's beckoning you to come forward. So I think if you behave properly, she's going to let you in. It could be your energy. The Tower at the top of the reading. So I do feel like there's a major change that's coming in. It could be in your work situation. It could be to do with your long-term life plan as well, with the Tower. But it's great because this changes for the better, okay? There is definitely a new job for some of you, because in the immediate energy going forward with this huge transformation in your life, and we saw that in the rune stones, it's time to shine. This is like the mini sun. So you've got the sun in the rune stones, but you also got the mini sun here with the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something brand new and concrete in your life that you can work on. So where something's falling away that no longer serves you, an old lifestyle, a way of life, a way of being. It's just finished, and it's dying away with the old. So like we saw with the runestone of the death runestone, something part of you is completely changing. You're being transformed in some way, and you're moving towards this new growth, this fertile beginning, which is solid and golden and transformative as well. And it feels the sunshine in that is golden. So I mean, if it's not a work situation, it could be a new property or a new relationship, but very nice indeed. And you're not afraid. Well, you prefer not to have the major change, but I feel like you will succeed through this, Scorpio, because you're the types that, you know, you're tough, so you can withstand this kind of major transformation. You will survive this easily. There is the end. Oh yeah, that one needed to go there. I don't know why I put it down there. You are feeling, yeah, you realised that was finished. Something behind you wasn't serving you. So with that Ten of Swords, there is the end of this cycle. It's a completion and an ending. So you've invested a lot in your life in an area. So maybe in your previous work position, you've given it all, you've slogged and put in the hours, but yeah, it didn't serve. Well, maybe it's not that it didn't serve you, it just feels like it's no more for some reason. So it's a change of work for many of you. It could be a change of residence, like I say. So it's moving away from that tired, worn out energy, because it's got you on the floor. You know, you're worn out there, and you realise there's no growth. You're in the Hanged Man tree, or in your environment. There's something where you're having to, you're taking time out to kind of look at what's important to you. It can be about sacrifices as well, this card, the Hanged Man. So making sure you don't sacrifice too much of yourself. Always make sure that if you are putting other people's needs first, make sure that you maybe don't do that for too long, because you can wear yourself out, frankly, Scorpio. I know you can become quite obsessive with things. So it's really important to make sure you take time for you, and only give as much as you want to, to. Equally, this is like saying you're independent minded as well. You're not looking at the things as the same way as other people might be doing. You're true to yourself here. You've got your individual direction, and you're taking the time you need to be. I mean, there's another pentacle there, so maybe you're finding an alternative way through your work to gain money, to be rewarded for your efforts. And on your mind is your family stability and security. There's a family legacy here. So you've worked hard to build this up. People trust you. I mean, there is trust through the runestones, with relationships as well, honesty. So you've established such a hierarchy of long-term stability here, which is gorgeous, and that's what's on your mind. So maybe through that Tower moment, you've maybe chosen to make that change and transition with a long-term view to stability for the family. So that's just gorgeous. There might be an elder person around you as well that you need to be in touch with. So sometimes this person can be seen as quite insignificant. In this card, he's very prominent actually, but in other decks, he's passing messages on and beautiful energy onto the next few generations, or many generations to come. And the final energy card for this part of the reading is the Nine of Swords. So some of you are not sleeping properly. You're feeling restless at night time. For me, I just feel, I know if I haven't slept very well, exercise is such a massive key. If you're well and able to, exercise is massive, especially for me personally at this time, wearing masks. It just feels like our lungs are not being refreshed or replenished properly, or we're being compromised anyway. So I really recommend, if you can find some kind of exercise that suits you, whether it's running, dancing, cycling, anything, just even if it's only for 20 minutes or 10 minutes, anything's better than nothing, and it clears out your lungs and just slows everything down. So by the nighttime, when the nighttime comes, your head hits the pillow and it's just gorgeous. That's how I feel anyway. Also, if you're not able to get proper exercise, try having lavender around you in the bedroom, so the scent of lavender, or even the lavender flowers. A salt bath, that's detoxing for you. Make sure you drink plenty of water, eating fruit and vegetables, obviously. Music as well. And if there are problems, maybe write them down on a notepad. Write down problems, and then you might be able to look at them more clearly and more objectively, so they don't overwhelm you. Okay, Scorpio. Then we saw the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. So that is one of the runestones we got too. Remember I said it felt like for me the Chariot as well. So there you are. There's focused direction, harnessing your positive and negative energies together with a real direction in mind, a goal in place. And whether this is, the major change that's coming in, you know where you're headed to, Scorpio, and you've got victory on your side. So let's look at the crystals to keep moving so we don't run out of time. Scorpio, what's a helpful crystal for Scorpio? Please do click on subscribe for me while you're watching, because often the YouTubes disappear. So it really helps me to keep the channel growing. A thumbs up would be wonderful too, if you feel like it. Okay, Scorpio crystal, there we are. What did we get here? It's the smoky quartz. Smoky. So it says eliminate fears and your energy field clears. That might help with sleep too. This stone absorbs excess energy from the body, thereby alleviating pain, swelling, inflammation, anxiety and fears, very much the Nine of Swords. In general, an excellent stone for protection as it instills a sense of solidarity, safety and love. Smoky quartz will remove obstacles that may be inhibiting growth toward a lighter, brighter future for all. Yeah, and that's very much the Ten of Pentacles. You've made this change, and we saw in the runestone as well, there was one where it said, overcoming obstacles. So you are overcoming obstacles through this tower moment to have a better future for all. So that's just gorgeous. What's the energy oracle saying to us? Scorpio, please. Energy oracle for Scorpio. I have 10 cards all at once. Just one, please. I don't know if it's happening on this reading. Here we go. Strategy. Yeah, very much the King of Swords. That's repeating that energy as well. And also reinforcing that message I just said a minute ago about writing things down. Have a notepad by the bed. So, if there's things racing through your mind in the wee small hours, it might be helpful to you to plan a strategy, think about where you want to be and write it down. So make a plan. This is the key to your optimum time for setting up specific strategy for achieving your goals. Okay, so what's the affirmation for you here? I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals and I'm willing to take action in that direction. I am flexible, persistent. Scorpio is very persistent, and prepared. Okay, by writing it down, that really puts things in perspective. Excellent. Let's look at the major arcana for you. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know if you can see on this, I've watched my readings back, obviously, before I upload them. And in case I've got a massive hairy toenail sticking out or something. No, I'm joking. And there's little light orbs. So I think there's kind of a spiritual energy around the reading. It's so lovely. So yeah, I'm interested to see if anyone notices it. So you've got renewal here. Archangel Jeremiah, review and evaluate, a favourable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Yeah, we already see that. It's very strong through the reading. You know which direction you're going in. It feels like you already have that focus with the Ace of Pentacles. You know what, this is a general reading. You know what the goal is that's come in, that's changing, and a huge major path. It's dividing your life path in some way. You're taking a new direction, which is really great. It's got long-term effects. Okay, final card from my oldest deck, the Morgan Greer, for you, Scorpio. One more message for Scorpio, please, as they go through this transition with a plan. The top most mature energy with the King of Swords. He's the king strategist, I would say. King strategist. King strategy? Something like that. Yeah. To grow with this new beginning that's come into your life, Scorpio, in order to have a better future for your family generations. And the King of Swords again. I'll just quickly show you these. There's loads of them, so I'll just go through them quickly. Oh wow, you've got hundreds. Okay, so that's more than I intended. I'm going to run out of time if I'm not careful. So King of Swords again, strategy, thinking carefully, write those ideas down, Scorpio. The Hierophant could be about opening mental doors for you. I mean, you've got the High Priestess here. There's some kind of spiritual energy going on. You're communicating very well. It could be on a higher plane level. There's something emotionally that you're leaving behind that, it's not your bag anymore. It used to be, but something is being left behind as part of this journey, on part of your journey. Ace of Rods, this new thing is very passionate. it's charging you up. You know, this is like a burning desire. So that's really great. It's, if you imagine a flame on the end of there, like a major match, yeah, very powerful. So always with a match, you know, it might not burn for very long, but it feels like you've got all these other cards on your side. So I'm not worried about that. There is Seven of Swords. So it might be something you don't want to confront head on. Maybe there's that walking away there. Maybe it's something that it's a temporary solution to a long-term plan. So yeah, you'll know what this is if so. I mean, they always say with the Seven of Swords, just evaluate your goals, you know, make sure that you're being honourable with that, or it might be someone around you even. So there's a healthy selfishness. I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, just write down your plans. You know that you're heading for a long term. That's your major concern. You know, you want this long term happiness for your family. There is some sleeplessness there, but it could be to do with that. Maybe that Seven of Swords, maybe it's not quite as upright as you'd like. So maybe modify the plan a little bit, Scorpio, to make sure it's you're heading in the direction that you know is the best for everyone. So your highest good and for everyone. I mean, that might be a tall order for you know, we can't always please everyone, but yeah, on the whole, you know, if it feels right to you, it's good to trust your heart. Okay, Scorpio, I must go. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.